topic of today's video, which is why I'm also holding a piece of my most loved apparel. This is my personal skateboard, my AT2D 2D Games custom skateboard. This was designed by SLC 39503. She's a gift for when after the fact us getting everything trademarked and made official. Big shout out. But let me just take a minute, man, to explain the topic of the video. As far as Godot engine and why and how it changed my life. People watched the previous videos and they would already understand that after being quarantined for 2 years and going through that whole situation, I found Godot as a way to create video games and certain other things. I see what's up. Which also led to several other things that most other people, if they haven't checked it out, don't really know about. When I started using Godot engine, I really had no idea of what I was doing, and it was something that I basically used as a hobby just to kind of kill time. I kind of tripped over the game engine, really just looking for other game engines to create certain other things and make some apps just to kind of get started. And to be truthfully honest, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. I was already familiar with basic programming language from having a Commodore as a kid. I'm pretty sure most other people as a kid started out the same way with the paints and code. It was actually something kids have been doing for a long time than other people. But it was something I've been doing for a kid, breaking down basic code and creating small games on the Commodore system. And I stopped for a while because I hadn't really found any software after, say, give or take about 15, 20 years. I just kind of basically gave up on the concept of making games in general. I've been playing games since Mario Brothers came out, man, and I had always wondered what it is that these guys used, and could I possibly get my hands on something that I could actually use to make my own games. And after downloading a few copies of certain engines, I found Godot to be a lot smaller, and I know a lot of people may not share my opinion on it, but if not just as useful, but more creative of a tool, and I'll explain that in a minute, than what most people might actually think. The reason I would say that Godot changed my life is because I created my first game. I think it was a mini game, but it was a lot larger game. It was Black Box Operation Pandora, and I sold like this many copies. Okay, excuse me. To be totally honest with you, but the process of basically taking a year, it took me almost a year to understand what I was doing, and I think basically I was overcomplicating the process rather than just looking at the simplicity of it and starting small and working my way up. I think I've really jumped into it and just tried to start on more of an advanced level, which also gave me a lot more understanding of what I was doing and basically just working my way back to the more simple concepts. But once I basically got everything as far as to create mini games and compatible controls from the PlayStation and the Xbox controller, and in certain integrations and things, created my first server game, um, created my first Android game, which was also a really cool experience because I was able to give away a couple of hundred of those and make a few small sales off of it. But what I'm saying is when I started making products, I basically didn't want to give the world something that would be a bad product. Okay, and I didn't necessarily know that people were actually going to like the product. I mean, I was using a game engine that I wasn't really too familiar with. I was already familiar with basic language and some Python, which really helped with GDScript. And after making games, I really enjoyed the process of making games, so much so to where my business partner, she basically said that, oh yeah, that too. I appreciate that. A lot of people don't know about that. It's out on Amazon. They basically made the suggestion that I should go ahead and take it to the next level. So I started trademark and copyright everything that I did, and eventually we moved into different areas of investment, which actually led to creating a nonprofit organization. Now, what I'm going to say is from creating games and finding this beautiful open source product, um, we created such things not only as the apparel that I'm wearing. A lot of people don't necessarily know that. I really don't wear other people's clothes unless I'm actually going to work to go do something. Then in most cases, I prove it to you, even when I go to work. In some cases, these are some old sneakers I used to work in. These are the original classics. They just roughed up from work. But unlike a lot of people, I had two, by the way. This is my design. These are also a pair of custom sneakers that I had to commemorate the making of the, I think it was the Pit Battles. This is it. The shoes that I made. A lot of people, they didn't necessarily check these out. Okay. For the coffee lovers in the group on Instagram, we went ahead. The SLC, she put these together. Sandy Lynn's Creations, Thomas. And once again, my most beloved gift. Right. So basically what I'm trying to say is this product not only led to the creation of a full-scale trademark business, the gaming company AT2D Games, but I was also able in the process to create my nonprofit organization, which is the AT2D Foundation, and help people and create products, and some of these same products that you've seen actually give them away to people that needed shoes, clothes, whatever it was. If you want to check those out and actually see how real that is, Instagram, you Google it. The free giveaways that we've actually done are on the AT2D Foundation on Instagram, as well as GC Premium Outlet, which is where we did a lot of our local giveaways. So basically what I'm saying is after finding this product, and by the way, I'm not getting paid by the company for this. I'm just a very apt user for the product. Okay. But just look what it did and how it changed my life as far as being able to move into game development from one other area, and the fact that people actually liking the product or liking the products, getting the downloads, playing the games, and having a lot of people push me towards the direction that I was basically already going in, except do it a lot more faster. It was like a lot of that really happened, man, within a 6 months to a year period, and it basically stemmed from the gaming. A lot of that just basically came from the gaming. So to anybody that would wonder as far as life and how it can go this way, that way, 4 years ago, I didn't necessarily see myself still traveling down the same path of business that I was already on. And then being in game development and also in social media, because so the social media and the platforms and the fans and everything, that all that basically came from people telling me to push it. So I mean, I never would have thought several years ago I would be on social media or be on YouTube explaining to the world a lot of things as far as game development, and trying to help people as well as helping people on the Facebook platform when I did with their games and projects, doing marketing, free marketing for indie devs, and working with other companies like Amazon and YouTube. Big shout out, Instagram, Twitter, having fans on Facebook, having people in different countries, man, contact me and tell me that they like the products or they love the games. And I mean, just think about it. You're talking about something that happened in a 3-year time span period, man, that I never thought would have happened as fast as what it did, or a lot of things that would have happened in my lifetime that I thought I'd have been able to do. Every kid grows up at some point to go out to do their own thing, okay? Most kids grow up and they want to be athletes, or so they can develop their own brand and, make a name for themselves. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But as a kid, everybody that I knew growing up at the time, it was their aspiration to be successful and develop their own products and have their own business and things like shoes and other stuff like that. And at this point, I've been blessed to be able to work with other companies to develop boxing equipment with my logos on it, jerseys from football, soccer. Um, like I said, man, sit down at the table with people from, talk to people from Nintendo and affiliate with people like eBay, Amazon. I mean, it's basically been one step after the next, and a lot of that I have to give credit to from being stuck inside for 2 years, but more or less from finding a product, man, that I could work with and learn from. Now, one other thing that I'll say about that is most other people will hear me saying in the other videos is everybody that knows me as far as business knows that I go out. If I do anything, I'm gonna do that to the best of my ability. I appreciate that. Huge shout out. Um, I definitely try to do everything to the best of my ability. I don't give a damn if I'm making tacos for a loaf of bread or something. I'm going to put my all into it, whether it's work, investments, time, things that I'm thinking on. Okay, but look at what can come from when you put time into something that you take a lot more serious than just a hobby. Okay, I never would have thought 3, 4 years ago I'd actually be on Instagram and other platforms, basically being shown love from people from around the world. Okay, and even though I'm not some big name A-list star, to still be in a position to where I'm an indie game developer and I'm still blessed to be able to do other things as well as help people. Okay, even from the small success that I've seen, it's not only a great way, man, for people to see who you are, to know what you're about, but also to improve who you are. You know what I'm saying? Every day of your life, try to improve and do something better than what you did the day before, because it's only gonna make you a better person. Don't just go out to do anything in your life, man, just to do it because you just are gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna make a sandwich, make it the best damn sandwich on the planet. If you're gonna go out and wash or you're gonna detail somebody's car, go out and do it. Make sure you do a good job so that people know and they show you that respect as far as being an A1 stand-up person. No matter what, always go out in life, man, to do anything that you do the best that you can. Like I said, uh, I plan on definitely sticking with the game engine for a while because I don't feel like I've actually met the potential as far as maxing it off and doing the things that I want to do with it. Now that I've actually gotten a little better equipment, of people can actually see the progression of how my games are turning out and seeing as how the progression is working out beautifully. That's part of the reason why I can actually talk to certain other companies and people, man, and put these products out in good faith. Because once again, I don't want to put out something that somebody's going to look at or they're going to download, then it crashes, and then people are looking at my games like, man, even though this is free, it's still supposed to work. You know what I'm saying? So, regardless of, excuse me, whatever it is in life you do, as I was taught growing up, as I went through school and played football, and as my coaches told me, and a lot of other people told me as I was going through life and doing things, go out in life, no matter what it is you do, and do it to the best of your ability. Because you never know where to come from. You'll never know who's watching. You never know who's going to get a copy of it. And once again, I never thought that for every day of the week of my life that I would have been able to actually wear my own brand. My clothes. All of these things stem from starting with the game engine. So basically, if you wonder where it came from, that's the story. This is my story, and hopefully one day you guys will share yours with me. If you happen to see same, if not more success, hopefully we can collaborate. Hope you guys like the video. Comment down below. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm Nick Mortis. I'm out.